another day of Read Along with Elaine. We are reading from The Blue Witch, right? And we're going to pick up on chapter 9 today. But before we do that, I'm doing shout outs this week to schools that I visited last month. And one of the schools that I visited, I'm wearing all their t-shirts, right? And this one is from Richmond Elementary in Newport News, Virginia. So if you guys are listening, hi, Miss Elaine is saying hi to you guys. Now they are the raccoons, right? Raccoons. So this is the Raccoon Thief based on my picture book series, The Coal Thief, The Egg Thief, etc. So they kind of made up their own cover of one of my books. So thank you guys so much for that. And another shout out that I have right now is for this amazing artwork. If you guys are following along with the worksheets, one of the worksheets was a challenge to draw a better Sneevil than Miss Elaine did. And I would say Sherry Dutton and Sons, okay, if you guys are watching, Miss Elaine says hi. Amazing job drawing a Sneevil. Just look at those horns and those tusks and everything, and oh, it looked really scary. So all right, send in your drawing to me if you'd like for me to show it on the channel. So we're going to pick up with chapter 9. Now we left off chapter 8 where Abigail was mopping the floor, serving out her detention, and she's going to sneak out and try to meet Hugo. But as she's on her way, she sees Andera coming right at her. She's kind of stuck. We don't know what she's going to do. Now, chapter 9 is actually going to start with a new point of view character. It's going to actually be told from Andera's point of view. So that'll be interesting to really get inside Andera's head and see what she thinks. All right, here we go. Andera carefully combed her hair into place, tucking the long strands behind her ears. Smoothing her hands over her uniform, she made sure there were no wrinkles or marks. Satisfied her appearance was perfect, she skipped down the steps of the dormitory and went into the gardens. Her mother had sent a note she wanted to see her, which meant it must be important. Melistra rarely bothered with her, which of course Andera understood. A high witch had many important duties. One day, Andera would take her place alongside her mother, and together they would knock that fusty Hystera off her perch as leader of their coven. Heart-thudding, Andera approached the tall figure that waited under a mulberry tree. "Mother," Andera curtsied, "did you hear I got high marks in magical maths?" A flash of annoyance crossed Melistra's face. "I don't have time for your prattling. What have you done about getting rid of that witchling Abigail?" Andera flushed. "I'm trying, Mother. She doesn't have a magic yet. She's going to fail spectacular spells any day." Melistra grabbed her by the collar of her dress, twisting it painfully. "That's no excuse. I want her gone now." Andera nodded, gasping out, "Yes, Mother." Melistra let go, her stiff shoulders easing slightly. "I have something for you." She held out a thin leather tome. "My old spell book. It will make your magic even stronger. I expect you to win High Witchling and make me proud." Andera took the book, staring at the old leather cover in awe. "Thank you, but isn't that cheating?" "A witch does whatever it takes to succeed." Melistra turned to go. Andera hesitated, then asked the question that had been bothering her. "Mother, may I ask, why is it? I mean, is Abigail so bad?" Melistra froze and then turned slowly, her face white with rage. She raised her hand as if she were about to strike Andera. "Never challenge me again. Her mother was a traitor to the coven. That's all you need to know." With a swish of her skirts, Melistra strode out of sight. Andera watched her go, clutching the spellbook to her chest. She angrily swiped at the tear that escaped. She was a Tarkana witch, not some weepy girl. If her mother wanted Abigail gone, she would make the girl wish she had never been born. Oh, that's the end of that chapter. That's a very quick chapter, but I really like seeing it from Indira's point of view. You know why? Because it allows us to kind of get to know Indira a little bit. And you can see she's really nervous to go meet her mom because she doesn't get to see her very often. And she's trying to make her mom proud of her. And Melissa's like, I don't care about your math score. She just wants to know, how are you going to get rid of that Abigail, you know? And so she gives her her spell book, which is kind of interesting. It looks like this, right? And I don't know what that's going to do, but she's not sure that she should use it or not. And then Indira really takes a risk here, right? Because she stops her mother and she's like, hold on, you know, I just don't understand. What's the big deal about Abigail? You know, why is she so, what's so bad about her? She doesn't get it. Which really gives us a little bit of insight into, you know, Indira's head, because I think she's not really even sure why she's supposed to dislike this girl so much. And her mother literally goes nuclear on her and says, don't ever challenge me again. She says her mother was a traitor to the coven. Well, that's new information. We didn't know that. So now Indira has to stiffen up a little bit, right? And straighten up her backbone and say, fine, you know, if that's what her mother wants, doesn't matter what she thinks or feels, she's going to be sure to get rid of her. So I think that just raised the stakes a little bit, right, as to how much trouble Indira plans to cause poor Abigail. So, all right, we're done with chapter 9 for today. Tomorrow we'll be reading chapter 10. So in between, what can you be doing? You know the drill. Click the link. There's some new worksheets that were posted. I hope you guys are doing them. You can always send them to me, like Sherry sent me that drawing. I'd love to see them. You can show them to your parents, even send them to your teachers just to show them the work that you've been doing, all right? Otherwise, I want you guys to get outside, get some fresh air, have some fun, read some books, wash your hands a lot, right? And until then, Elaine will say goodbye until tomorrow.